Hello everyone, my name is Michael Fajardo and I'll be doing my presentation on justice and ethical fairness in public administration. Beginning with justice in public administration, what does it mean? Starting off with justice and fairness in governance, it ensures impartial decision making that upholds equality, which is very important for public organizations, while also strengthening public trust through policies that serve all, that include everyone, not just specific individuals. Equity and inclusion guarantees equal access to resources and opportunities for all employees involved in an organization, while reducing discrimination and promoting social equity. Transparency and accountability encourage open governance and responsible leadership, while ensuring leaders are held accountable for ethical standards. And this all can be tied into with transformational leadership because it inspires leaders to prioritize justice and fairness and sets ethical foundations for future governance. Moving into justice and how it promotes leadership within a public organization, transformational leadership can help promote fairness and ethical decision making while also fostering transparency and public trust. And how do they do this? By holding themselves accountable and keeping responsibility number one indicator in the way that they lead their employees, by empowering individuals to recognize and address accountability gaps, while also embracing responsibility for decisions and strengthening public confidence in governance. Transformational leaders can also utilize non-discriminatory policies by prioritizing justice and equitable policies that protect all individuals within the public organization, and utilizing ethical governance can ensure equal access to opportunities and resources for all employees. And transformational leaders also have a way of emotional intelligence. By utilizing emotional intelligence can enhance relationship building and fairness in decision making. And strong leadership skills rely on empathy and ethical consideration to guide justice within public organizations. Justice promotes equity and fairness in public administration by promoting inclusion and actively combating discrimination within public organizations, and also ensuring fair access to opportunities and resources. Social equity can also be a factor played in justice for a public organization because it guarantees fairness by addressing systematic inequalities within the organization, and it also provides equal access to essential resources for all. This can also lead to an increase in transparency and inclusivity by strengthening legitimacy and public trust in governance. It can encourage open dialogue and inclusive decision making within employees and leaders within an organization. Citizen engagement can also enhance justice and promote it within an organization because it improves policies effectiveness by integrating diverse perspectives and enhancing public satisfaction through participatory governance. Transformational leadership plays a role in the equity and fairness of public organizations because it supports ethical decision making and responsible governance while aligning leadership vision with principles of justice and equity. Justice can also promote efficiency and transparency by ensuring responsible resource management to maximize impact in public organizations, by promoting cost-effective strategies for sustainable development. Another way organizations can increase their efficiency and transparency in regards to justice is budget transparency, because it strengthens public trust through open financial reporting and encourages accountability in physical decisions so that the public can understand where the money is being spent in organizations that provide them services. Fiscal responsibility policies limit waste and ensure efficient spending by enhancing financial oversight to prevent mismanagement. Ethical leadership can also play a factor in this because it reinforces fairness and integrates integrity in governance and organizations, and builds leadership culture based around moral responsibility. Transformational leadership and innovation can help shape resource allocation to meet evolving needs, and it can also drive creative solutions for long-term efficiency and impact for all organizations that utilize this. As for legitimacy and public trust, ethical, lawful, and credible governance builds confidence in leadership, and legitimacy ensures policies reflect the interests of the people. Transparency in governance, administrative leaders' actions should be open to the public and should be clearly communicated to strengthen accountability and trust within public organizations and the people that they serve. Accountability and ethical standards. Leaders must be held to a higher ethical standard to reinforce fairness within organizations. Public institutions thrive when responsibility is prioritized. Adherence to laws and anti-corruption by leaders upholding legal principles prevents corruption and abuse of power. The rule of law ensures justice is consistently applied. Transformational leadership and justice inspires ethical decision-making that prioritizes fairness and advocates for policies centered on social equity and justice. Accountability can be utilized in public organizations because it ensures leaders uphold responsibility and public trust while strengthening fairness and integrity in decision-making. Transparency in leadership is utilized as a digital tool that enhances accessibility and trust in governance and uses open communication that encourages and informs public participation. Policy development and societal influences can also be utilized because public expectations shape policies and operational goals. Governance adapts to meet evolving needs and priorities. Efficiency and public service delivery can reduce inefficiencies and improve equitable service distribution, while also strengthening resource management for sustainable development. And transformational leadership can be utilized in ethical adaptation by encouraging leaders to embrace accountability in governance and prioritize ethical standards and long-term societal impacts. Justice also plays a role in representation within public organizations. Systematic inequalities in leadership, barriers to leadership limit representation and diversity, and addresses inequalities, ensuring inclusive decision-making. Political dynamics and policy stability. Shifting political landscapes challenge long-term policymakings within public organizations, and leaders must balance stability with adaptability. Transformational leadership and reform. Leaders must drive systematic reform for fair representation, and progressive policies enhance equity and inclusive in governance. Responsibility-driven policymaking. Ethical policies must respond to evolving political pressures. Strategic governance protect fairness and stability within organizations. Overcoming challenges and strengthening justice can address obstacles and reinforce ethical governance. And justice-centered leadership ensures fairness in decision-making within public organizations. Justice serves as the foundation of equitable and ethical governance, ensuring fairness and accountability in leadership. When transparency is upheld, public trust strengthens, allowing citizens to feel confident in decision-making processes. Ethical leadership fosters integrity, ensuring that policies serve the collective good rather than the individual interests. Transformational leadership plays a vital role in bridging the gap between policy challenges and necessary reform, driving positive change within institutions. Adaptability and collaboration are key in navigating complex governance landscapes and promoting long-term success. Ultimately, a strong commitment to justice leads to an effective and responsible public administration organization where fairness prevails and societal progresses flourish. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section of any questions you may have. Thank you. Have a great day.